So something special here at Grid Life South, being at Road Atlanta, is it's a very dangerous, fast, intricate, technical course. But we have you covered because we've got instructors like Nish here. He's excellent at what he does. We've got footage of one of the time attacks that we did in the Type-R. He's going to kind of go over the track, what he thinks about when he's going through a turn, and what he's thinking about for 5 turns after that. Nish, let's go ahead and take a look at this.
Cool, so let's jump into the video. So turn 1 is a pretty high speed corner, so you're carrying upwards of sometimes 100 miles an hour into that corner. Okay. And you're doing that, so you have the back end kind of rotate into that corner a bit. Yeah. And it points you towards these trees. So there's a couple of trees you can see off in the distance up the hill because it's a blind corner, you can't see the rest of the road. Right? So it's kind of difficult. So if you use those trees as a marker, you can basically accelerate your way all the way up the hill and start to curve to the left and follow the road. Okay. And that'll take you right into corner 2. And the corner 2 is just a really quick braking zone. Yeah. You just tap the brakes and you turn in, and you'll see this big yellow curve on the right side, and that's turn 3. So most of us in time attack, we actually just shoot right across that thing. We don't care about that. We just remove that corner from the equation completely. And then you start sliding into turn 4 over here. Yeah. Quick dab with the brakes. Oh, you don't even have to use the brakes here. You can actually just maintain throttle, roll in, and through the S's, we're actually going a straight line. Get your wheels on either side of the curve and just keep at it. Hard on the brakes on that third part, and you roll up into turn 5. Yep, turn 5. And actually in time attack here, again, we use a lot of curbing to get a straight line between turn 5 and turn 6. Okay. Usually in a car when you're first going out there on track, you don't have to go that far because it can bite you in the ass. Get you into a concrete wall. So what we usually recommend for people is get right up against that curbing, and then you can just kind of shoot out towards the left side, and that'll take you right up into turn 6 and 7, which are 2 of my favorite corners on this track. And the reason why is that 7 actually leads onto the long back straight. And if you do it right, you can carry so much speed by the end when you're braking into 10 that I don't know, it's just one of the best feelings in the world. So if you do this right, you can basically carousel around 6. Okay. So you basically look for your brake marker, tap on the brake, turn it in, and you carry your speed through the corner, and it takes you all the way out to the left. Yeah. Hard on the brakes, and here is a corner where in a lot of other tracks is known as a patience corner. Gotcha. You've got to get hard on those brakes and trust that if you set the car up right, you can accelerate so quickly out of that thing that you're going to have an amazing time at the end of that track. Okay. If you do this wrong though, it'll push you out towards the to the sand pit, and you're gonna have a bad day. So obviously we want to avoid that, and instead go in late, look for that corner, and then just shoot out. And what it'll do is, as we said, we go onto our long ass straight. This is where we get the top speeds. Exactly. I don't know what speed, so we were hitting a Civic here. I think it was over 130 miles an hour, 140 miles an hour. In my punky little BRZ, we'll hit about 125 on that back straight, which is still decent in a car that's not on really grippy tires that has a turbo. But so this is the part where everyone gets to see what you're doing, because you come right into 10A, and you look at those brake markers, 300, 200, 100, and you have to make a decision based off of how fast you're going to apply the brakes, because if you don't, you're going to go right into some sand, and everyone's going to laugh at you.
Word out to bro function. Word out to bro function out there.
No one's going to laugh at you. I got stuck out there myself. Well, not in that section, but in that area.
It happens.
But actually, if you can keep pushing that braking zone a little bit later each lap, just maybe a foot, or not even a foot, maybe an inch or 2 each time, you'll start to really enjoy that corner. And it's a late apex, so you have to go right up into the edge of that thing, and then turn in to the left, hug the left side, and then you're going to go into 10B doing the exact same thing you just did in 10A. And that'll give you enough power to go up that hill. Cresting that hill, you'll actually see 3 markers on the bridge ahead of you. I don't know if you remember that. So we'll actually pull it up here on the video real quick. So do you see these 3 markers up here?
Correct, yep.
So that normally is yellow, but it's broken. So there's a yellow, there's a red, and a white marker. So if you want the safest line to get down there and get around the track, you aim for the white square. If you want the most aggressive one, you go for the yellow square. So you can carry a lot more speed if you go to the yellow one, but you also have to be much more careful with the inputs. So you'll notice in this video, we actually go between the red and the white. So it's kind of like an intermediate line. And that's good because it keeps the car nice and safe, and you can get on throttle as soon as that thing settles. So you got to wait, and you'll feel the car compress.
Yeah,
right?
okay. I've been seeing that a lot. I've got a lot of footage of vehicles bombing that.
Yeah.
And I can tell when it's just like they're just going, and it just sinks. And
Yep.
That's where, I'm assuming that's where you would want to start the throttle?
That's where you're going to really get onto it.
Okay.
So as you get more and more comfortable with the car, you can actually start to roll on throttle as you approach that point.
Okay.
Again, that kind of comes with feel and time, so you got to really trust your car and trust your own inputs into the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll start to develop that feel, a very intuitive feel of when the car is ready to get more power.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest things for that is getting someone who's much faster than you to drive your car. Because they'll show you that cars tends to be more capable than you think it might.
Right. Well, this is really cool. I mean, I haven't been on this as a driver. I've only been as a spectator. And then we have the Type-R there, and it's going into 3 different classes. So it almost feels like, you know, there's 3 different tracks with 3 different drivers on 3 different cars.
Yeah.
It's all the same, but yeah, we're all learning. Is there something you want to say to somebody who's coming to the track for the first time, whether it's beginner or intermediate, advanced kind of driver? Yeah,
so especially if you're a beginner, one of the biggest challenges is that you get a lot of information thrown at you from your driver's meetings, from your instructors, from just being out on the track with all these other cars out there.
Right.
It's just such a different environment from driving on the street. So let it sink in, take time. Your first day, it's gonna be like drinking from a water hose.
Yeah.
But when you go to sleep that night and you wake up for the next day and you finally have an opportunity to really have that let it bed in, you're gonna feel so much better about it. So take it easy, work up to pace. Obviously, don't try to send it your first lap out.
Right.
And the other thing is smooth input. So there's a lot of things you can practice on the street.
Well, Nish, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, a pleasure.
We'll see you again. We'll see you back at Road Atlanta.
Can't wait.
All right, man.
Hopefully my engine will work then.
We'll see. Appreciate it.
Yeah.